Hello viewers, you are watching Tales of Life in Dubai. My name is Shaban and today I have a special guest, His Excellency, the President of Association of Ugandans living in UAE. He's going to tell us more about what the association does for Ugandans in UAE, where to get the members in any emirate you are living in, how to get registered as a member, and what kind of support you can get from the association. Your Excellency, please greet our viewers and please introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mr. Shaban. Greetings all to our viewers who are watching us, listening to us from Tales of Life in Dubai. I'm Nsubuga Abdulbasit, the President of the AUU, Association of Ugandans living in UAE, working in UAE, and even those residing in UAE. There are those who are residing but they're not working. Maybe they are on their studies, others just
come for
their visits, others for trainings, different things. But for as long as you're Ugandan, you're in UAE, you have to be under us. Yeah.
Okay. That's encouraging. So many people may not know about the association. So today we're going to talk much about what is the association and what it does for Ugandans in UAE. And I would like to start by asking you, who started this association of Ugandans living in UAE?
The associations of Ugandans living in UAE, it's an old association, though during those times and years, it was not like as boosting as today. The association started years ago. Just we carried it from another stage to the other.
Okay.
So that now today, at least you can hear, even in Uganda, you can hear about this association, the whole world now, because of the media, the energy. So at least we've gone to another stage. But it is a very old association, started in 2005 by the late Haj Ali, uniting Ugandans, bringing them together, solving their problems, looking at other opportunities where can a Ugandan benefit once he lives in UAE. And during our times we had different leaderships, but it's only this during this leadership that at least we've carried more messages. We've tried to sensitize all Ugandans home and here, to see that at least we can help each other to be together and even to push our country forward. Yeah,
I see. If I may ask, when did you become a president, and what's the procedure for one to become a president?
In 2017, around July, that's when we started office, the new leadership. I became a president after election. I emerged winner, then I became the president. The election policy during that time, it was Ugandans coming together to elect who will be their leader.
Taking them forward.
Yeah. But as we've been in office, we've tried to see that how can we make this system work out very well. Because at one time we cannot call all Ugandans at the same time, same hour, to come and select. It will be very working. People will be working. Other people have different offs. For example, you may select a day like a Friday where you cannot get other members. But at least now we are carrying it out from the Emirates level, that these people can elect their leaders, and from those leaders will come up at the national level to elect who will be their president, the vice president, the speaker, the secretary. That is the procedure that we shall go through.
Okay. And what's the main objective of the association for Ugandans in UAE?
The main objective should be uniting Ugandans.
So uniting and finding...
that is the main objective, coming together. And remember that when we come together, we can even make the most difficult things happen, and even what you call difficult turns to be a very easy.
Yeah, together we find solutions.
Yes, together we can find solutions. And secondly, if you want to run if you want to reach very far, you have to run with others. But if you want to run and reach fast, then you can run alone. Yeah, you should not have someone to follow you up. But at least if you want to go very far, you have to go with others. And our aim is to go very far, not to be number one or what, but to go very far.
Someone watching today may want to know, how does he get to contact you or the team? Can you just tell us about the team that you're working with from different Emirates?
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Shaban. Yeah. When you look at the country, the setup of the country, it's in Emirates. Breakdown is through Emirates.
Yes.
The country is called the United Arab Emirates, meaning that these are different Emirates, but they came together. But each Emirate has a different leadership.
Yes.
Though there is a top leadership, but at least each Emirate has a different leadership. That is the same style that we use to our association. So in Dubai, being a city of having many Ugandans, they have their own leadership through the chairman. We call them chairman or mayor. The mayor of Dubai has his own executive teams that can work together and see that people in Dubai are served very well. So the leader in Dubai is called chairman. When you go to Abu Dhabi, the same will happen, that they have their leadership. Abu Dhabi will be the chairman. The chairman will be the chairman. The title is the chairman. Then he has deputies, secretaries, and speaker as other Emirates. So we have 7 Emirates. So 7 Emirates to make up a good leadership for the national level. All these chairmen from different Emirates have to be on this association, on the national executive board. So they will come as their chairman. Like in Al Ain we have, Abu Dhabi we have, Dubai we have, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, Fujairah, Ajman, and Al Quwain. But you will find that because we have few people from Fujairah, Al Quwain, and Ajman, so they will be led by someone who comes from Sharjah.
Because it's closer there.
It's closer. He can normally visit them. In case of anything, they can call him, contact him, and make meetings at Emirates level. Sometimes we have message to pass to them. So when we sit in a meeting with all these Emirates leaders, they will pass on the message to their respective members down in the Emirates. Yeah.
And someone may wonder, how many Ugandans do you have in United Arab Emirates? If you have that number, maybe it's an estimate, or do you have accurate numbers? We're not sure.
Right now, we are. I should say that we are lucky that Ugandans are becoming, like the number is becoming more and more. It's growing. Anybody thinking of leaving Uganda, the first thing will come in their mind will be Dubai. And secondly, the visa process is not so
not
hard as
not
complicated as other countries. That is, at least we have a chance for that. So it has managed to push our number to closely to 70,000 Ugandans living in UAE.
That's a big number.
And those are their registered members.
That is living people who come in for one night, people who come in for trading.
No, you don't count it. And even those people who came and they're not, maybe because there are some immigration cases where someone enters the country, he lives for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 10 years, is not registered anywhere.
So those are not.
So those are not included. So in case you include them, you may go up to around maybe 90.
Okay.
So that is how Ugandans are. There are many, and many are employed. They are categorized in 2 categories. There are those who are employed, and there are those who own their own companies. But the biggest number is that one who are employed. They come through companies because they come in different styles. There are those who come like to visit and they
get a job.
And they get a job. Others are fully equipped from Uganda through a company, and they reach directly working through a company.
Yes.
And others come to start their own business. And we have a category of people having business. There are those who came for study and they are in universities studying.
True. Yeah. Tell us, how does someone become a member of the United Association of Ugandans in UAE?
First and foremost, to become a member, for as long as you're Ugandan, you're a member yes. automatically. Yeah. Then, as time went on, we wanted to introduce membership to see at least that if Ugandan has a card with a number, that this card, I'm number 2 under this association. Association doesn't mean that we have different associations, but something that brings us together. Yeah. That is the most important thing. So there are those who may think that, no, I don't belong to this association, but the association is taking on Uganda cases.
So it's like a family away from home.
Yes, creating a family away from home, or a home away from home. So we come together through many things. So this association helps us to know each other, solve our cases, our problems, even support, and even not to feel loneliness. Because once we are away from our homes, sometimes we feel so lonely. You want to meet other people, but you cannot meet them. But at least this association created a way that at least we can meet. I'll tell you, as the interview goes on, how we manage to unite Ugandans. Sometimes we go to Ras Al Khaimah, that Ugandans are going to have a function in Ras Al Khaimah. So we meet those people in Ras Al Khaimah. And those people in Ras Al Khaimah have a chance now to see Ugandans from other parts of this country. Yes. Maybe from Dubai, maybe from Abu Dhabi. At least that is the way we come together.
So you say now at the moment there's not even a fee for one to join. Anyone can be in the association. Okay.
Anyone can be in association. So, but we are planning to introduce, at least even if it is like 50 dirham, it should be annual or lifetime. Those are matters to be discussed, but at least we should have a fee which will act as the association's income.
Yeah, because I wanted to ask, where do you get the funding for this association?
Right now, the association is supported by few other associations, but they don't support them financially sometimes. They do support them in logistics. If we have logistics, space, for example, when Eid comes and we want Eid celebrations, before we could go to Al Mamza Park, all Ugandans could unite to Al Mamza Park. But when you look at these Eids coming, it's somehow very hot. We cannot celebrate them outside in the parks.
True.
So we now joined with the Iranian community. They give us space. They have a very big boardroom where we sit, talk, unite, come together, know this family, the other family, eat, enjoy, and then go. Okay. So that's how we do it. We have other associations in the Indian professionals. They also support us in other ways. Okay. So those are the support that we get from other groups of associations. People, other associations. And even we have, I cannot fail to thank our members from the UAE Exchange, the Instant Cash, the Hub Chile. They have been there for us during our functions, like football galas. They do come and support.
Like the convention that in October.
In October, we had GP petroleum. They came. They were very supportive. 70% was supported by them financially, manpower. They did a lot of things. So we have different companies, but they support. Sometimes they come when you have functions. They are not there when you have an event. Then they will support you through that event. Not that they will support you the whole
all the costs of running this association.
So you may look at our football teams. They don't have. We want to open up leagues that at least we compete. Like every year we are in the league. Like how the diaspora in Denmark or in Sweden do. They support. They participate in the league of the same country. So, but we lack the funding
for publicity, for everything, mobilization,
for everything. So these people will come only for a function. Once it's done,
you may not see them for a long time.
Until when you have them, they will go back to them. So that is how we go through. And even Ugandan companies like Binthani, Coastline, they do support, and their support is also minimal to the extent how they can manage.
How do you manage your time and energy to do all this? You serve the association, you do your own work. How do you manage all this?
It's quite
too much?
very difficult. It's too much. It's just like carrying a very big load on your head. But the good thing is that it's not like a one-man thing.
You have a team.
We have a team. Sometimes it might be very difficult for me to reach Abu Dhabi, but at least I have a member who can report to me what is happening in Abu Dhabi. What do they need? What do they want? How can we do this? How can we fix time to go to Abu Dhabi?
Okay.
If we have to find time to go to Abu Dhabi, he has to inform his members and his community that people are coming from this emirate to visit us. Ask anything that you want from them. So at least being organized in that manner, it helps us even to ease our work.
That's good, because the president, you cannot be everywhere.
You cannot be everywhere,
a good team.
But at least if you have authorities, at least you can reach everywhere with your authority members.
Yes,
that is
delegation.
You can delegate, and you see how things move on.
And what motivates you? I know it's tough. You don't get any pay. There's no benefit, financial benefit or any kind of benefit. What motivates you to keep serving people for? I don't understand.
The motivation, it's not financial, but sometimes when you're given leadership, responsibility, you have to look even beyond the two eyes. At least you have to be with the third eye, because you would ask yourself that why is it me going to serve these people? What have they seen in me that I can at least do
add
to them?
To the group.
Yeah. What should I add to them? So those are the things that you should look at, and you see, oh, even if I'm going to sleep, but there's someone who called me telling me that so and so is stuck somewhere, he needs some help. Some help may not be financial, some help, even a word,
advice, encouragement
that you can carry on. Don't leave this job before you get this. At least do this and this. It helps you out. So those are the things that we can. So and secondly, once you do something and you see it coming out in a very clear way, it motivates you.
It's a celebration when things come.
Yes. So you celebrate for yourself that at least I've done this. At least I've made someone happy today. At least I've brought a smile on someone's face. It may not be financial, but at least when you look, when you sit together, you talk together. I'll give you an example. Like all Fridays, we come to we have a Muslim community where we pray from. Then we have our preachings. Remember that in the country we are living in, all the preachings are in Arabic.
Arabic, yes, and maybe
and we have
sometimes.
Yes, you have Ugandans who don't even understand the language.
I'm one of them.
Yes. So once we sit here from 2 to 4, we learn our religion. We even have the interpretation of the khutbah given today, the sermon that is given today. After that, then we have something like our lunch. We eat together, drink, then people go back home. So you see, it brings us together. It becomes like a bond, family bond, that always on Friday we have to meet. So it helps us, it motivates us. And before, we didn't have a session for ladies. Now 2 years ago, we have a space. Now even ladies come, they sit, and even they learn more about their religion. So it helps us. So it is a family that brings us together.
Because even me, sometimes it's very hard. The mosque I have not nearby, there's nothing like English.
No English.
You only have
Arabic.
So it becomes very hard. But I know there's a place in Hamria where we have khutbah in Ramadan in Uganda. I don't know if you've been there. Mr. Serkali's place. So I used to go there every Ramadan to just get the chance to hear khutbah in Uganda.
You see?
So that we can understand what they're preaching.
So, and that happened years ago.
It happens only in Ramadan. Unless you have somewhere.
But at least now, we have every Friday, we sit here in our mosque, we learn everything in our own language.
I'll try to join whenever I can.
Sure.
About the membership of the association of Ugandans in UAE, do you allow people who come from different nationalities, or it's Ugandan for that?
The association, when you look at it's an abbreviation, AUU, Association of Ugandans living in UAE.
Yes.
So that like it removes of other nationalities.
Okay.
We allow and we embrace other nationalities for their hand to lift us, but not to be members. We've had, like in November, we had a Chinese convention. They called us, we came together, the Nigerian community and the Ugandan community. We came together to help them actually. After when they came and watched and saw our what we did at Grand Hyatt, our convention was very successful. So they came and seek for our help.
How they can get to that level.
Yes. So at least we have such categories of people. The Rwandese, people from Rwanda, they are contacting other members of the association to see how can they organize a convention here in UAE successfully as ours did. Yes. So you can see at least we've become now like a very big picture that at least someone can look at and say, oh, we want to be like these people.
Yes, we are an example.
That is the power of the association.
Organization you have and the leadership.
Yes.
I think it's about the leadership, the organization, and the commitment of the members to
that is it. Because these people are not paid. These people don't get any appreciation from the government. They are not like pro-government. We don't work with the embassy. We don't work for embassy, but we work with the embassy. Working for embassy, it means you will be paid. But we work with the embassy in touch, in line, that maybe this case should be handled by the association. This should be. Sometimes they call us that how should we do this and this, because for them it is a diplomatic level. There are certain things that they cannot come down to the level, the ground, and see how can we help, but at least such things can be helped by the association.
Okay. And in terms of support, what support can Ugandan expect from the association? Because I don't think you'll have to do anything that someone needs.
But yeah, it's a good question. Yeah. What could you expect? What could we expect from association? First of all, in a country we are living in, where Arabic is the official language, Ugandans cannot speak the language. It is within the association helping out Ugandans to at least interpret some literature. Maybe some people are given out.
Can I just stop you because we have the Adhan going on? Maybe you can have a short break until the end of Adhan.
Okay, it's okay.
Dear viewers, let's have a short break because of the Adhan. We need to respect that for only 2-3 minutes. Then we shall continue. Thank you. Viewers, thank you for watching Tales of Life in Dubai. Welcome back to part 2. I'm still with the President, His Excellence of the Association of Ugandans in UAE. I'll continue by asking the President, what kind of support can Ugandans expect from the association? Because I know you have limits on what you can deliver and what you can offer.
Thank you, Mr. Shaban, for this question. Ugandans out there should know that the association is limited. Financially, we are so limited. So sometimes you may not expect a financial support from the association since we don't have the income. So it becomes very hard for us.
We don't have funding.
Yes, we don't have funding. Sometimes you go somewhere, you find a Ugandan telling you that I don't have food, my kids are out of school in Uganda.
No rent.
No rent. Rent here and the rent even in Uganda. So the association may not help you in that sense of manner. It's a bit complicated since we don't have
funding.
Yeah.
No budget.
But still, before you think of help from association, you should also think first that how should I help this association? How should I promote them? How should I push them? Our push from you, first of all, is your discipline. Second, because once you're disciplined, it means the association is disciplined. We should not have cases to go to police. Once, even your support should be financial to the association. Your knowledge, we need a lot of your knowledge to at least help us move to another stage. So what should we expect from the association? Literature is one of them. The language that we use here is Arabic. Some people are given, for example, people are given fines. People are given letters written in Arabic. There should be termination letter. There should be court letters. those are interpreted in English, in the language that you will understand. But this will be done by the association.
Okay.
Because under our body we have legal department. Legal department means that there are some cases which are legal, should be handled in a legal way. So someone will interpret you the same letter in the language
that we understand.
That is one thing that other members may not have.
Sure.
Secondly, some cases are embassy cases. For example, here the most cases that we have, maid issues. Remember that maid coming in UAE is not official, because we are still under a process of signing MOU with the country. Like two countries, Uganda and UAE, they're signing an MOU to see that at least we have a memorandum of understanding.
Yes.
between I shouldn't say that between laborers, but between at least workers, between manpower. So once it's signed, even the maid issues will be solved. That someone will come here officially. We shall know, even the embassy will know which house are you in, which area. The address will be completed.
Everything will be clear.
Yes,
in the system.
because it will be registered under Tadbir, and Tadbir will be monitoring everything. That, oh, we have someone in this house. So someone in this house will have direct contact, that if in case I have anything, any problem, I have to contact this number. Though they do it, some deep in the night, 3 o'clock, someone calls you that I've been beaten by so and so. You have to find a way, you go, you talk to someone, and you solve the cases. But those are things that are not official, but still they're handled by the association.
Okay.
Then the other issue, how we can help, there are problems. You know, being a community, in any community, we have certain times that people are happy, and certain times
sad times.
Yeah, sad times and sorrow times and happiness. They are all occurring in the association. Someone will die today, the other one will be marrying the other day.
True.
So those are
one
things.
having baby, another one is losing.
So all these are handled by the association.
Like repatriation of the
body, fully. Embassy will give you the letter, but will not give you the finance. So we have to find out how can we get this money to at least take this body home. But in case the members from Uganda allow us to bury from here, they have to give us an official letter that we can produce. We can at least show to authorities here. Then we go on and bury. If we have money to at least carry the parents from home, the tickets from home to come and witness the burial of their son or daughter, that is well and good. But still, they are handled by the association.
Okay. I wanted to know, what are some of the activities that the association is organizing to unite the Ugandans in UAE?
Mostly, we have like games, because games are things that unite us in a way that we want. Mostly when you look at Uganda, our culture is like football. People like football so much. So we have football galas, we have Sharjah Gala, we have Abu Dhabi Gala, and we have the Emirates Gala. The Emirates Gala recently, in the beginning of January, no, late January, it was 31st of January, we had Emirates Gala in Alain.
In Alain, I heard of that, but I was a bit engaged, I couldn't attend.
So we went to Alain, and Dubai became the winner. They were defending champions, and still they won the trophy. It goes on changing. So this time it will be in Dubai. The other time it was in Abu Dhabi. The other day it was in Sharjah. So it keeps on changing. And even at Emirates level, they organize galas. That is one thing. That games. Games, actually, tentatively we have football, but we are thinking of bringing. It's only in Alain where they had ladies football. It was only in Alain, and we congratulate them because it was
something started.
Yeah, something started, and they achieved it very well. But we are thinking of indoor games, table tennis, chess, because sometimes if the weather is very harsh outside, we cannot have like outside games, so we have to be indoor. So we are thinking of bringing such games, but we need support. If you go for table tennis, you will need tables, you will need many things, even trainings, the bat, everything. Then Even if we have chess, we need to train people to play chess, even at the national level. So those are the things that we think of. Other things that we do, we have like I can say roasting, meat roasting or bush roasting. We go to Mamza parks. People gather, we see it, we eat, we enjoy, we talk to them. That's the most important thing, to pass on our messages. So those are the things that at least we try to bring Ugandans together. The weddings, people carry on their weddings here. Muslims and non-Muslims, they marry each other, and we continue with.
And we can get the legal certificate for marriage.
We can.
That is something I think people didn't know about.
Yes, we do it. Yesterday, I told you. Yesterday we had till late in the night, around 2 o'clock. We had some weddings from Abu Dhabi, and people are happily married. Several marriages have been carrying. So at least we are happy that at least in that sense we've achieved it.
Let me just add on this, because one of the events I want to add to that is the convention. The convention was 3 days, but it was very successful. I saw members of parliament coming here.
Yes.
I saw the speaker of parliament. Many delegates came.
Actually, the convention, and it is at the conventional level that we unite Ugandans living here and Ugandans living in other parts of the world. I cannot say in Uganda, because we had people coming from the Nordic region. Nordic region, we have Sweden, Denmark, Norway. People came from all that far. People came from US. People came from UK. We had people from Uganda. The business group came from Uganda. Parliament came from Uganda. Even other members from different embassies, like we had ambassadors from Khartoum, from Singapore, from, at least they came from China. All came and witnessed, and even their contribution was really appreciated. So at least we have a convention annually that brings us together. We had a 3-day convention, and each day has different activities.
And we ended with the celebration of the independence. It was so wonderful.
So it was like our first time in UAE to celebrate our independence. So as time moves on, we shall improve and even do even bigger things than what happened this year.
Can Ugandans get a national ID, or is there something you can help with national IDs in Dagamuntu? I think there's a big question. People who have been here long have not got the national IDs, and it's hard when they go back to Uganda to get anything done. Banks are not allowing them to get money. They cannot process the new national passport, East African passport. Is there any way you can help people on that?
Yeah, thank you so much. Actually, I'm delighted to say that Uganda, UAE, this diaspora, it is among the 7 countries, the 7 chosen countries that will have a plot system of the new passport and Dangamuntu. We have US, you have UK, those are big and old diasporas. This is a new diaspora, but it is a different diaspora in its own manner. We are no longer underdogs now, we are giants around. That is the good thing of it all. So when they were selecting countries that they should start with the plotting system, South Africa was among, and even UAE is among the countries that, So basically, it is only that logistic to bring these machines and even manpower at the embassy, because they have limited staff. But once everything is done, we shall have our passport renewed at the embassy. We shall have our Nangamontos from the embassy. At least that we may not have, we shall not have the headache of sending back our passports to Uganda to be renewed, or to go yourself to Uganda to get the Nangamonto fingerprint, everything, call it everything. But at least things will be done here in UAE. So at least Ugandan should be proud of that.
Yes, I can't wait for that. I can't wait for that. As we conclude, I would like to tell us, if someone needs to get in contact with the association, how can they contact the association? We have a phone number. Do we have to go to the office, or how do we get in contact?
We have, first of all, the contacts should be, we have email and we have Facebook. When you go to Facebook, you will find AUU. AUU means that Association of Ugandans Living We have a website, still AUU.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll put that in the description for people who are watching. They can find that in the description.
They'll find it. And then our offices, you can find us in Sabha Road, behind Sabha bus station.
Okay.
This is a Wave Hotel building, 301 office.
Okay.
The same office for the Uganda Kingdom office. And the same time, you will find our office in the same. We share the offices. And secondly, in case of any contact that you cannot contact us directly, just look at where you stay. There are leaders there. We have 7 emirates, and each emirate has a representative. And that representative is the chairman, and he has his own association down there. So we all unite under the big AUU. But everywhere you are, you will find a leader.
So I'll try to get the leaders, because I remember I saw them on the website, so I'll put them in the video also for people to know them.
At least it will help us and people know each other.
Final thing, Your Excellency, Abdulbasit, what message do you have for people who are new to Dubai? They're still not sure of what is happening to them, maybe the expectations have changed or they're not what they see, and people who are planning to come to UAE to work and live here. Any message for them?
Yeah, thank you so much. Whenever you're traveling, you should first have your objectives, your goals, that I'm going to this country. Sometimes you have to know many things. You have to read about the country that you're going to, the culture. Mostly, when your culture doesn't move with the other cultures, sometimes you feel or you think that you've been pushed out. But it's you to learn their culture, to see how you can move on.
Yes. To adapt to
To adapt. Easy. You have to adapt to the country where you're moving,
so that you can fit in well.
You can fit in well. I would give you an example that if you're moving to a country like you're from Uganda, where you have degrees, when it's like 22 degree, you shout it's very hot. But you're moving to UAE, where we reach even 50.
Yes. In summertime, peak summer.
And you come from an environment putting on the jacket. So when you reach at the airport, it shows that you didn't read about where you're going.
you prepared wrong tools.
So you have to prepare yourself. And secondly, once you reach in the country, you should stick to your targets, your objectives. That I came here to do what? If you came as a student, so you have to look at where the university is, who to associate with. That I want to, maybe I'm a pharmacist. I want to go through pharmacy. So you have to get friends who are pharmacists.
The
same course, because you will share the same knowledge. But once we see you, like you are with different people, and you have a different goal, so
there's no way you can.
Yeah, you cannot achieve what you want. So we try to remind you. So in case you are planning to come, I've had many people calling me, even from Uganda, that I want to come to UAE. Okay, you want to come to UAE. What is your goal? What is your target? But someone calls you today, after 2 years he tells you the same, still in Uganda. When you ask him, okay, how far have you arranged yourself? Then he tells you, I've tried even to get a passport, but so before you speak about going out, the first thing is to get a passport. Once you have a passport, then okay, the next step is what? Let me call this guy. Maybe he can advise me how to get a visa, because after passport, then visa is the second thing. So when you come here, now you have to look at if you came searching for a job, where should you go? Where are jobs? Jobs are in Dubai. Jobs are in Abu Dhabi. Other Emirates, they only have branches, but their main offices you can find either in Dubai or in Abu Dhabi. So we advise you that, okay, if you want to look for a job, go in this area. You will find your colleagues in the same category. Why should you live with those people? They will have interviews. They will know.
They'll have links.
That tomorrow there's an interview, a walk-in interview. So let us go to this place. But once you go to people who already have jobs, it's very hard for you to be updated.
Because they're comfortable. They're not looking for jobs, so you'll never know where
they will never. Because even when they are reading news, they don't look at the page where
their jobs
are advertised. So those are the things that you should. And secondly, or thirdly, you have to prepare yourself financially. Coming here, you will not be visiting your auntie's place where they will give you food and shelter. Here, everything is paid. The country is not expensive, but the country is, I can say, valuable.
Standards of living are high.
Standards of living are very high. Because just imagine that you have to pay for the environment. If it's hot, you have to pay and switch on AC to get something at least cool conducive, to cool the environment. So you have to pay for that. In Uganda, you don't. You just open up a window and you get the AC. Yes. But here, no, it's different. So everything should be paid for. So prepare yourself financially. Prepare yourself in the mind that be ready. Psychologically. Once you are ready, because luck will always come to the prepared mind.
True. If you're not prepared, you will not take it.
Once you're living in your country, why do you come without your academic papers? And then you reach, then you disturb your aunties, your brothers that send for me, go and attest. First, do everything, attestify them from Uganda. Be ready, then you come and you find your luck. Because it is very hard for you to pick money in Ras Al Khaimah while you are living in Dubai. You have to go there.
You have to go there.
Yes. That is what we call luck. Prepare yourself, organize yourself, and go there. Once you go there, you'll have your luck. So I'm calling upon people coming from Uganda to UAE, first prepare. Ask yourself, what do they need? If I'm going to be a driver, do I have a driving license in my country? Do I drive?
Do I know how to drive before I think of driving in another country?
In other countries. The roads are different. Here you will find roads that you will even fear to drive on. Say, oh,
speeds are high.
The speed is very high. Because there are some roads that you'll be fined if you're driving
less
slowly.
than 60 kilometers per hour. It's wrong.
It's wrong. So those are things that you should learn. Go to, and these days, knowledge is everywhere. Go to YouTube and find out.
Yes,
if I go, internet is there. See different categories. Equip yourself with knowledge. Knowledge is power. So once you read, you see that, okay, I'm going to this country. What do they need? Organize yourself as per what you found, and come to Uganda, and you come to UAE. Once you reach here, you go to you will find that maybe we have an interview, walk-in interview, well equipped. You'll be organized. You have all copies of your academic credentials. Just present them, and next day you'll be offered a job. Why? Because you're organized.
Everything is in order.
That is it. So organization, getting prepared, is something very vital whenever you're going to move.
Thank you so much, Your Excellency.
Thank you so much.
Abdulbasit. I believe people watching this will learn a lot and will know what to do if they are in Dubai, UAE, any Emirate, or if they're planning to come to Dubai. Thank you so much for your time.
There's something maybe we forgot to mention. How have we helped Ugandans?
Yes, let's finish with that.
Yeah. When you look at things, I will give you a scenario. There is a certain old man who came in UAE for a visit, 1 month visit. He got sick. He was taken to hospital, in Al-Baraha hospital, and he died from there.
Just for the visit, and he died?
Just for the visit. So our help is not only to those who are living in UAE with residential visas, but even visitors. Someone has died, but he came from Uganda. He has a Ugandan passport. I was somewhere at around 1 o'clock deep in the night. Someone called me. I had to come and see how we can get this body out of the hospital and send it back to Uganda. He's an old man. It's shameful that we can bury him here. He has a big family waiting for him. He came for a visit. He got sick from here. But I thank Ugandans, they organize themselves. We got funds, and I thank even the hospital, the Dubai hospital. They waived off the payment, the bill, and they looked at only one point, that okay, go and arrange money for repatriation.
But the bills
were waived off.
So fair.
It is like, but how can they waive off without the power of the association?
Association, yes.
Still, association has to intervene, do this and this. So there are people who may say that no, association has not done anything. By the time before we came to office, we had serious cases, maid cases. These are like someone, and these things can happen anywhere. It's only that we are so unlucky that the media powers are not within this country. So you may find someone is in London, someone is in US, he has like a small video, then he will spread the whole
bad news on
and it shows as if other parts of the world are okay. It's only here having problems, but
as
no,
if everything is bad.
and this but here we have people, Ugandans, who are living in a very comfortable life. Nsubuga was living here before he was taken to Sweden.
Yes, and he was living in downtown, the most expensive.
He had office in Burj Khalifa, the most expensive building in this country. But he's a Ugandan passport. So we have people who are well off in this country. But of course, when you want your message to move on, when you cannot look at such thing, you look at something that will damage the country.
That's when it spreads so fast.
So at least we've had that side of the story, that someone dies, as someone can die in any way, in any part of the world. We don't have any control. We are not selecting our lives that I'll live up to this. No, there's someone who is in control. He brought you to this country, he brought you to this earth. He will decide when you have to leave this country or when you have to leave this earth. So when he dies, we have to organize and see how we take off. So that is a small thing that I wanted you not to miss also.
That's very important.
Yeah.
Thank you so much again. Thanks viewers for watching till the end. I believe you've got very good information about the Association of Ugandans UAE. He is the president. I'll give you more information in the description. Some of the things that I missed in the interview will be in the description.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abdulbasit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.